Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. So today we're going to work on making some more ephemera for the fall journal, and I'll show it to you in a minute, show you where it's at. But first we're going to use these strips that Robin sent to make a little scrap pad type thing, matchbook style. Okay, so all I have done is taken one of these strips. Oh, I guess I should tell you the size of this whole strip, right? So these are 11 by 2 3/4. So 11 by 2 3/4, and I just realized I don't think this is straight as far as the cut. So let me check that. I guess it just looked wonky to me. So anyway, now it's straight. So the first score mark that I made was at 3/4 of an inch. So I just score it. And then the next one is at 6 inches. And my original is a little bit different. Like, I think this is a little bit smaller, but I just want to make it easy measurements. So, because that one I just folded it. So you can see that this doesn't meet all the way down in the fold. But that's what you want when you're doing this kind of matchbook style. See, it still looks like it's off. They're not quite straight. Let me put them on here, and they are. Let me see. Or I didn't exactly fold it straight is always a possibility. But these are scrap, pieces, so sometimes they can be a little bit wonky. But you just need a strip, and it doesn't have to be the exact measurement that I'm saying. I just wanted you to get an idea. Okay, so that goes there, and then we're just going to take scraps from what we've been making and put them in there. And these are a good way to get rid of scraps, so like this would work. You can use them up. And this one, let's see what else we got before I tear anymore. I can tear this one a little bit straighter. So I hope you guys are having a good day. We're just all kind of doing our thing. We've been trying to figure out my daughter's banking thing. We cannot get her check to deposit, and so trying to figure that out today, but of course it didn't go the way we wanted, but eventually hopefully we'll figure it out. Don't really want to lose a bunch of, maybe if I tear about here, I'm still going to end up losing parts of the pumpkin and stuff. Tear this one. I wonder if it's going to be too wide. Oh no, that'll work. And I'll just take a little off the top. It's not too long. And this one's upside down, but it's not really that big a deal because these could be used in the journal, or you could write, like on the backs of them or something like that. And we'll do maybe like one more. I mean, you could do as many as you wanted, but let's use this piece of ledger. It even says October 17th on it. It's kind of cool. Okay, so these are super easy and quick. And I just stapled that in there, but we're going to staple this bottom part first before we do that, because that needs to stay in a certain spot so that you can tuck this in. Oh, that's what I did. Oh my gosh, Amy. At least go this way. I always wanted to go the other way. It just seems like normal. Okay, that one needs to be torn off a little more. So if you want it when you open it to be arranged this way, like them going this way, then you have to staple this end down here, which I think I'm going to go ahead and do. So I'm going to tear these just for the look of it. That one's right, yeah. And that one's good. Okay, and you can stagger them this way and that way just so that they're a little more interesting instead of trying to line them all up perfectly. Just go this way. Keep doing that. And these are hanging over a tiny bit, but it's not that big a deal, okay? And then that way they're oriented the right direction when you open up your little flip. I think I did the other ones upside down. But you can do them either way, because like I said, you're probably going to end up, somebody would use this. So you want to staple down closer to the bottom than the top, otherwise you can't get your flap in there. Try to make them even, but okay. And then this just sticks in there. Okay, it's gonna have to be a little shorter. I didn't staple down low enough, but that's easy to fix. Thought I had it all figured out. There we go. Okay, now we can decorate the front of it. So you could make up a whole bunch of those really quickly and easily. What do we want on the front? I'm just going through my stack of junk over here. This leaf is kind of cool, but I don't think you can see it very good on there. That's one of the ones I did with the paint. Those are too big. The fabric paint from Arteza when we did the fabric tags. These are papers from after midnight that I shrunk down, so they're half their normal size, but I think one of these would look really cool on there. So I think I'll use the mushroom. A little more off the other side just to make them a little more equal. Kind of bummer I'm going to lose a lot of that writing, but it's okay. Might be able to use some of it somewhere else. And then this again is from Lorna at Tailor Made Journals. She has all kinds of cool like grungy wallpaper, so definitely go check out what she's got, because she's got all different versions. They're very cool. Okay, and then maybe like some pieces of this that's long enough. I just really want the number portion of it. I can pretty much just tear the ends off. I'll put a piece of that on there. So yeah, I did a napkin decoupage on the cover of my journal, and I did not like it. It just didn't look right. so I went ahead and painted over it, so I'll show you guys what I ended up doing, or how it ended up looking. I like it now. I think it turned out kind of cool. It's taken me longer than I wanted to do this because I worked on that for quite a while and kept changing things, so that happens. I need to ink around this. So thank you, Robin. These are fun. I'll probably do some other things with them too. Just to show you guys, you can still use like your offcuts and all that. I want that flap out so that I can ink it and see where the bottom is. I'm going to glue that there for sure. It's pretty quiet around here. The kids are doing their homework and the cats are being quiet for a change, at least for the moment. This way, this way, this way. I didn't think I was going to get to a video today. Just had stuff to get done. Let's see, this, I just realized that said October, November, so I think I kind of want to have it on this side. I do like all those numbers, but that's kind of fun how it's fall months. If I turn it around the other way, these would be at the top instead of the bottom, which might be kind of nice. I'm just bound to mess that up right there. Okay, so this will get tucked into here. And then you could write on this upper portion up here. Or what you could do is use the stack of papers in there, and you could use this as a tag. Just clip it off and clip the corners. So that would be kind of fun. We put across there. What about... How are you going? Love you. Have a good day. Or a good class, I guess. It's just one class. Habit, the things you say, right? This is vintage lace. So that might be kind of fun to put on there. And that's what I used to do that that little lace cluster that I made on that other one. Was the vintage lace. That's too limey colored. Those older trims, some of them, the colors are wild. There's a piece of the green on there. Do another little cluster. Oh, this one's kind of a good color. Still, it would work. And then it would be cute with like a little piece of rickrack if I've got I have a whole lot left of the little tiny rickrack. Got a little piece of black that's tied in a knot. But it looks cute, so let's do that. It's actually from a tag that I was pulling to try to tighten it, and it just frayed and fell apart because it's, that rickrack's old. And I'm going to glue this on. Usually I would probably stitch it together first, but just for video purposes, I'm going to just go ahead and glue it. But you could definitely stitch it if you like to do that. Just put some on this little flower here. Yeah, my daughter has art class today, so that's where she's off to. Ah, this is why I usually stitch. Because glue and lace don't love each other. If I had more Fabri-Tac, I don't think I have anymore. I just don't like that stuff. But this is when it would come in handy, right? Once it dries, though, it'll probably be on there. If not, then I'll end up stitching it and gluing it back down again. So we'll see how that works. Alright, so that's an easy, fun little project to do, and I'll probably put that in either the front or the back pocket of the journal, on the front cover or the back. I'll show you real quick where I'm at with the journal. What did I do with that? Okay, so this is what it turned out looking like. So I had the napkin all over it, so that's what gave it kind of that wrinkly look. But then I didn't like it, so I painted over it with fabric paint. You wouldn't have to use fabric paint, it's just what I had in the colors that I wanted. So I used the Arteza and used kind of a red and a brown and painted all over, and then I took my metallic gouache paint in the gold and the bronze and just kind of rubbed it everywhere. And I painted over the top of it with a matte medium because I didn't want it as shiny as it was. I mean, I know that's the whole point of a metallic, but you can still get kind of that metallic look, but it's just not like brassy looking. I didn't want that brassy look. So then this will go on the cover here. And then on the inside I have two pockets, and I made these pockets from envelopes from the Autumn Vibes kit. So I thought we could go ahead and maybe decorate these cards. These are ones that we used or made together, and then this can go like in one of these pockets. I'm kind of scared to do that because of that rickrack, but yeah, something like that. So I don't know which one of these I want to do. This one, I just want to use a little guy. He's so cute. So let's start with this one, and then we'll see where we get from there. But yeah, I just took the envelopes because I had quite a few that I printed out because I knew I was going to be doing the envelope flip thing, but a lot of them I didn't use, so I just cut the flaps off, cut them down to they're about 3.5 inches or so. I backed this with a little bit of book page because I had printed them on parchment paper, so they weren't very thick, so I just wanted to make sure they're, you know, sturdy. And then just turned them into pockets for there. But that's kind of a fun thing to do if you don't know what to do with all the envelopes in a kit, is you can turn them into pockets because you can cut them however you want. You know, I could have cut this one down further to go on a page too, and just had my thumb notch in a different spot. All I did is make a new flap for it. So you'd have to leave a little bit to make a flap to glue it down to, so that you've got a, you know, more of a pocket with a gusset instead of just a flat pocket. So anyways, there's that. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope everybody's healthy and safe. Knock on wood, we seem to be doing pretty good here in Idaho, other than, you know, the fires and all that. We do have a few in our area, but they are getting them under control, so that's good. Just trying to see if I've got scraps I could use. I could use this on here maybe. That's a leaf. I can't remember if I told you or if it was the time before, but I used fabric paint to stamp on a tea bag. Kind of want more color still. Could use one of these on that too. There's my, oh, right in front of my nose. And those little, like that little pilgrim guy is from my Porch Prints. This one might look kind of cool because it's long. There's all that cool writing. Still too tall. Cover a lot of it, huh? I mean, I like to, you know, add to those, but I don't want to just cover them entirely. He just looks cute with the colors and stuff back there. And I could use this. Yeah, this would go better and give it a little color. Maybe I want to go across the bottom. That's a bird right there, I just realized. Let me do it this way before I mess it up entirely. Well, instead I'll just mess it up this way. That one's already been torn. And this comes out of my Mushroom and Butterflies digital download. Wanted that edge torn too. I mean, you lose a lot of the design, but it just needed some color. So instead of just that little guy having only color on there. And it fits so perfectly right between the stitches there. You can go here. And then maybe some leaves. That's one that's supposed to be on the ground. It's hard to tell what it is. I had more smaller ones. There we go. Like I remember cutting them out. The stems on those are so long. Maybe I'll just trim them off. It just doesn't really go. Let's see what we can do with that. more yellow. These ones are a little bit bigger. Okay, I definitely like that one there and that one. Just not sure on this side if I want. Something like that. Yeah, I think these are just too long. They're bugging me. Too much white part around it as well. Alright, I think that's good. Let's get those glued down. I'm going to use this so I don't put jagged gaps in my, or gashes in my glue, because I always do that when I have a cutout thing. Don't know why, but I do. So yeah, I don't have a lot to talk about today. Oh, I was asking you guys yesterday about TV programs, and thank you. Some of you gave me some nice ideas. A couple of them I went and looked for, and they're like not on Netflix anymore. But I know that happens because they are always changing that. But thank you. That was very nice. I decided to move that one down. Alright, I like that. So you can just add a little bit when you make those neutral backgrounds, and they end up looking pretty cool. It's already stitched around and it has the back. So that was way quicker than trying to make it from scratch, which is nice. So I can put him. I wonder if it's probably too wide this way, huh? Oh, no, it does fit that way. So just tuck in there like that. It could go down further, but it's kind of fun to have it like that. Is this going to stay? I think it's staying. Awesome. So I'll go in there. And then let's see what else we can do. We can add some of the pockets from the digi itself. Kind of like this one. These don't fit in here. So we'll have to come up with a different tag. The other tags will fit though, I think. They might be a little short. I could put one of these journaling cards in here too. Let's see, are these, yeah, these are a little short for that. But I definitely want to use one of these because I like these. So I kind of try to like put one thing here, and then where did I put that other piece? I put this envelope piece here. So I don't want to put one there because the mushrooms, but somewhere near here maybe. Don't want to put it on the lines, but I could put it here on this page. So you could do a few things. You could put it like this and leave it, well actually you can't because it doesn't have back on it. Could back it and do that, which, why don't we do that? Let me find, I had book pages here that I was going to use. have a mess again because I'm in the middle of a journal. That's always the way. I just make a mess. I fold this in half. It's too short, huh? Yeah. So it's going to need to be full page. That one really rips out jagged. I'm going to use two. I'm keeping that one to back tags. I like that when it has that back like that. This has glue on it already, so let's just add glue to it. And we just won't use the part where it's all jagged. So I think what I want to do, since we're using book page, I might leave a little extra around the edges just for interest. So I just want to leave a little bit. Tear it here. Somebody's, that's right, it's lawn day, so they're doing the whole area blowing leaves, I'm assuming. Okay, I like that. That'll give it a good back, and then you can tuck things in behind it. You don't have to do that, just use these the way they're intended to glue down onto the page, but just something different. Another way to use it. Windows open though, it's that nice out, and we're getting later into the afternoon here. So we had other stuff to get done today. Yeah, for some reason my daughter's been trying to deposit her check from work, and you know how you can take a picture of it for deposit? Well, it just keeps telling us it can't read the numbers, but you can clearly see the numbers in the photograph and everything. So we've been messing with that for ages. I'm a little perturbed at them today because there is no location here for what we're using. You know, like an actual brick and mortar type place to go to and deposit it. So yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to figure out something or cancel with them and go with somebody else. Why did they have to make all this stuff so difficult? Everybody says, oh, life is so much easier now with all the technology. It is not. It used to be way easier. You just go to the bank, deposit, done. Now it's just a three-ring circus for everything, it seems like. And I don't know why they offer those kind of, you know, offer this card that, you know, she uses if they don't have an actual facility in the area. But nobody asked me, so. Alright, I like the way that looks. We just need a little something up here at the top. I'm thinking like some fabric would be kind of cool. Oh, I forgot to show you guys because I got sidetracked. I ordered some stuff from Lorie over at Enchanted Dreams 71, but she's also got an Etsy shop. And so these are square coffee filters, which I've never seen square ones before, and I don't know if it's just because I use the round ones and I never paid any attention. But anyway, she's got square ones that are already all coffee dyed, or she's coffee dyed them. And so, let's see, they're square. So you can use them like pockets. You can like stitch them up or whatever and have a pocket on this side and have a pocket on this side, or you could cut it in half and just have one pocket, but they're kind of see-through, you know, like a coffee filter. So I got a stack of those. Those are very cool. And then I also got some fabric from her. And done up very nicely. Love all the little lace and stuff with it. This would be good to use. It has fall colors. So there's just all different fabrics. I'm just always looking for, you know, fat quarters, things like that, because I don't want like a whole yard of stuff, because I generally don't use that much. I mean, sometimes if I do a cover, I like a little bit bigger piece than these, but I don't want a great big one. That wouldn't be bad for fall either. And some more of these flowers. Yeah, super cool. So go on over and check out Lorie, and she also sent me some goodies too. That's all I ordered. And she sent me some wallpaper pieces, and she made some cute ephemera. This is awesome. I love this. I should actually use this in this journal. But it's one of Gail Agostinelli's embelly clips that goes over the page embelly clips. So you've got this on one page and that on the next. And then a nice 3x5 card that's been stitched with just a piece of fabric, so that's super fun to put in a pocket. And oh, this is one of the coffee filters, the square coffee filters. So you can see she's stitched around it to make a pocket on this side, and they turn out really neat and they just feel nice. And she sent me a lovely napkin for Christmas. That'll be fun to play with because it's got all kinds of things on it. And some wallpaper and some journaling cards. Very pretty. Very nice work, Lorie. And wallpaper. So yeah, so I think I'll use that little piece right there. And maybe I'll leave one of these out and I might play with it if we have time. But let's see what else I've got here. This one wouldn't be bad. Alright. I don't know if that really goes, but let's get a piece and see what we got here. And you could tear it too. I just sometimes like to use the pinking shears. Even though I don't ever cut straight. I wanted to get that acorn so I cut it a little bit wonky. I don't know if I like that with that. I don't think I do. So let me see what else we got. Maybe some lace or some of this other fabric. This green would be good. This is Tim Holtz fabric. A piece of that. I'll probably trim it a little more. And a piece of this. Want it as long? Not sure. Let me just trim a little bit more off this side. Frayed bit. is kind of uneven. It tore uneven, which is a little weird because it's not like Tim Holtz fabric is super cheap. I still got it crooked, but it's a little bit better. I'll probably end up stitching this together, so I don't think I'll stick it down just yet, but you guys are getting the idea. I could put a little lace behind it, or some of this would work. Got a piece of green tagging along. To give it a little bit more body here. I got that from Vintage Polka Dot Shop. I know I've said it a million times, I just want to make sure you guys know. If you're looking for something like this, it's a nice layering fabric. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to stitch that together real quick and I'll come right back. Alright, so I'm back. So let's get that glued down. Looks cute stitched together. Very thin. And it seems like it needs something in there, but I don't know what. Big old leaf. I mean, that's actually not that bad. Surprisingly. I mean, it's a washi one. So I think it would actually work. And I just got these on Amazon, and the link is in my description box below this video in my all my Amazon links. It's one of them, and it says Washi Stickers, I believe. But you can get them on Etsy too. Just search Washi Stickers, because I know that's where Gail gets all of hers. And you can get them from In Love Arts shop. That's where I got my first bunch of them. So yeah, that works because it's see-through. There we go. So that's cute. And let's see, we're going to put it on this page. And I need to sew in my signature, but yeah, I like that a lot better. And we can have a tuck because we can just glue it on two sides there. And I just want this page. I have to separate them just so I can figure out, you know, where the edge is. So this way I'll have my little tuck spot, and I could tuck in. Trying to find one of the envelopes we did yesterday. Okay, I know I had that. There it is. I kind of wanted these birds. So I could just tuck in here. And then I can put a tag or something in that front pocket, but I'll have to make one of those. So that'll be nice. And we can put a little something in here as well. I wonder if I cut down some of those other tags. And put some of these in here. This is why I like this low lip on those envelopes rather than, you know, having it come all the way up here, because then you can put like some ephemera and stuff in there and you can see it. So like she has these tags in her kit. So I just punch them with a hole punch, and this is just a standard hole punch, and it works great. Mine is old and hardly works, but hey. And then I have this little tiny punch, and I'm not even sure what size it is, but I punch these out with that. But you could also just, you know, ink it and leave them the way they are. I just think it's fun to, if the holes are there, go ahead and punch them, because it works out pretty good. And that's what I did down here, and then I'll do it again here. It's a little trickier on the edge because it wants to kind of just leave a weird so it kind of gives you that torn edge or whatever look, and then all the little holes, and you can fold them, ink it, because there's still a little white there because I don't have that perfect size hole that whatever that one was. And I'm going to use a little brush that Robin spoiled me with, because it works great for this kind of thing, because you don't get the weird circles like you do with the round sponge. But it gives it a good color. And these are good for stencils too, which is kind of what she was intending, but they work great for that. So I just tuck that in there. And these can be used other places in the journal. Let's see what else. There's a big one of these. I have a bigger punch. I just want to make sure I use, there's loads of ephemera in this digital, so might as well use it. I'm horrible about using ephemera in kits, and so that's what I was really striving to do this time, is actually use stuff that's in there, because I usually make everything. I'm like, why? They've like done all the work. I mean, I still made stuff, but nothing down there. It's got all kinds of little circles everywhere. Oh, and there are these, but these are too tall. Yeah. Let's see. I have the other tags, and I don't know what I did with them. These are probably too tall too. Let's cut one out and see. Be a whole little ephemera envelope. And then these I just got to cut out because I don't have any punches that size. Kind of stick at this. Too tall for I go to all that trouble. Yeah. I could lay it in there sideways, but I don't think you'd see it, so I'll have to work on what else to put in there. I need to cover this too, so. Anyways, I think that's probably good for today. Yeah, we're good. So let's see, it's that, and then the cover will go on the front. So yeah, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope that you got a little something out of it, and we'll chat again soon. Bye-bye now.